Good morning and welcome to Morning Moments. Today I have a special guest for you, and he's been a friend and a relative all my life. He's an older cousin of mine, and I'd like to welcome the author, lawyer, golf pro, and singer, Mike Cortson. Welcome, Mike.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always good to be had.
Well, Mike, tell me a little bit about yourself. We were just getting caught up here, and tell me a little bit about yourself and let people know about you.
Well, there's not much to know about me. I know that your program, you've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it's about, positive things and happy things. And I wrote a book called Winning Thinking, 15 years ago, on how to be happy almost all the time. And it's how you run your brain that allows you to have whatever feelings and actions that you create yourself. And most of us don't understand how our brain works. And I'm going to teach you right now how to use your brain and get the best, most positive benefits that you can all day long. This will be your mantra for the rest of your life. You ask yourself all day, every day, what positive benefit am I getting out of doing this or thinking this way? It's two-pronged deliberately, because there are a lot of situations we get stuck in that we can't get out of. You're caught in traffic, stuck in an elevator, in a bad marriage, whatever. And how you think about it is what will drive your emotions, and those emotions drive your behavior. Now, what creates our emotions are these pictures that we have up here, little pictures and videos, little video clips, and those things drive our emotions, either good or bad. So it's kind of like a jukebox. If somebody says, I want an Elvis song, and it's E6, they push E6, the Elvis record comes in and plays, and you get it. And so we have this term that we've used for years for everybody saying, so-and-so's pushing my buttons. Well, that's what they're talking about. They push that button, E6. Oh, so that's how you make turkey. Oh. You want to punch grandma in the nose or punch your mother-in-law in the nose, whatever. You can't stop people from pushing your buttons, but you can rearrange the records. And I did this when I was in a nursing home. My mother and I were both in the same nursing home, and she was dying from Alzheimer's. And one morning I was thinking, wow, I don't even want to think about that. It made me feel horrible. I said, well, how do I want to feel? So I closed my eyes, and I thought about when I was 3 years old. We lived on Cherry Street, Benton Harbor. And I had this little Curious George book. And it had a tear in one of the corners of it. And I was like wearing short pants and white socks and little brown high-top shoes. And I remember she was sitting in her big stuffed chair. And I said, Mom, can you read me the story? And she picked me up and gave me a big hug. And boy, I felt really good. And I just kept burning that in for like maybe a minute, 2 minutes, just running that video over and over in my head. And the morning that my sister called and said, Mom's gone, Mom died, that's where I was. And right now, that's where I am now. That's why I get this smile on my face, is because that's where I go. So that anything associated with Mom brings up that. And that's how I fix myself. So then I said, well, if I can do that for that horrible set of circumstances, I should be able to do that for any scenario. And I started picking out stuff. Well, this thing used to bother me, and that thing used to bother me and make me mad. And sure enough, so-and-so is going to say something, and it used to just set me off like nobody. And now I don't have to go there. I'm going to the beach in Jamaica. And I could make up places. I didn't even have to go to places that were real anymore. I just go to places that made me feel good. And it disarmed people. It really disarmed a lot of people who, had axe to grind with me for whatever reason. A lot of people holding grudges and whatever. I just let all that go. And I got better. And those people went away. And I started filling my self with people who are, nice. It's like I'm having a good time now. Most of the time, I'm able to put more happiness and love out of myself, and I get more of it in return. I get tons more than I am able to give out.
That is absolutely wonderful. I think back of sometimes some of our greatest memories, even as a child, was just being with my cousins and being at your farm with Uncle Dean and Aunt Shirley, and
Mhm.
that experience of being on the farm. He was raised on a farm, a beautiful
Yep.
farm, and just being around that and bringing ourselves to that. And sometimes in this day of stress, the day of uh, constant bombardment of negative thoughts, sometimes we need to just think about some positive things. Think about what creates joy into us, and changes our perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the pictures. Don't
Mhm.
think of a cowboy hat. I told you not to do that, and you're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Don't think of the Atlanta Braves, and you're thinking of the Atlanta Braves. Whatever it is, we we think in pictures, in little video clips. And once you understand that you can move those around and those triggers that set you off, you can put in a different video or a different picture that gives you a completely different response in yourself. You don't hurt yourself anymore because all this negative stuff, now, our brain doesn't understand the difference between real and imaginary. People try to willpower their way out of being a drug addict or drunk or whatever, or quit smoking, and willpower always loses to the images or imagination, what's going on in here. And the images we can change, which changes our behavior. It really works. I do it every day, all day.
Now, and we're gonna post it in the comment section, but that book is still available on Amazon. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, it's titled "Winning Thinking: How to Be Happy Almost All the Time." And it works. You can go into the zone whenever you want.
Great, great. I was just watching some of your videos. You have a couple, at least one video on YouTube with your singing. And right now, there's not a lot of concerts going on because of COVID-19. But looking forward to the day that people could come out to hear live singing. And you do an act with Frank Sinatra songs, don't you?
I do Sinatra, Tony Bennett, all the old songs from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and it's the stuff my mom used to listen to on the radio. You know, but people love it. Little kids love it. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Great songs never go away.
Good, good. Well, there'll be a time we could get out there and see have those live performances again. Hopefully, it won't be long. And I would encourage people, if you're in the area where Mike's at, look him up and look his name up. Look where he's going to be performing, and look him be able to follow him online as well when he maybe does
Oh,
some
sure.
videos as well. So. Mike, it's been a pleasure getting caught up with you, and it's been a number of years since we've actually been face to face, and it's been a number of years since we've even done any of this video together like this,
Oh,
and
no.
it's a good connect with you, and good to see that things have been turned around in your life, and that we could
Yeah.
sometimes the saddest moments can be brought into to the light and to joy.
I am the boss of me. You're the boss of you, and you're not a victim.
Thank you.
All
Great.
right, buddy.
Great message. Great message. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in Morning Moments. If you've enjoyed this particular episode, go ahead and share it on your Facebook site, or go ahead and grab it from YouTube and share it with others. And keep coming back. And I want to again thank Mike for being my guest. And any closing words, Mike?
No, just be happy. Be happy. You got choice every day. Happy or crappy. Pick happy.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining me for another episode of Morning Moments.